A week ago, I made this monster product video, and it seems like everyone's favorite shot was this top-down one, which surprised me because taking a look at the raw footage, it's nothing special. And if it weren't for a few simple yet effective editing tricks, this shot would have never stood out. Now, it's no secret that a lot can be done while editing to manipulate shots and achieve better results. I just wish I knew what was possible a lot sooner, which is why I'm making this video, to not only share the tricks I use to elevate this shot, but to also help you look at editing in a different way. The first thing I actually did was color grade the clip, which gave it this moody nighttime look. But color grading is no secret, so I'll move on. The next trick that I use is what I'm gonna call focus shifting, focus altering, or light manipulation. As you can tell, I don't really have a good name for it. Because this was a top-down shot, it felt a little two-dimensional for my liking. What I mean by that is the can was in focus and the rocks weren't out of focus enough. Or in other terms, the image lacked depth, which means both the can and the rocks were competing for the viewer's attention when all the focus should be on the product. Now, if you look at the final shot, it looks like the can is closer to the camera than the rocks on the sides. You also aren't looking everywhere. It's easy to decide where your focus should be. So how did I accomplish these changes? Well, the first thing that I did was use a Gaussian blur. But obviously we want the can in focus, so I created a mask and added a lot of feathering to it. This will make the center of the image in focus, and the blur will increase as you work your way to the side of the image, helping us create this fake depth. But we aren't done there. To add even more depth to the image, I duplicated the clip, and on the bottom one, I lowered its opacity to 35. Then, like before, I created a mask so the effect is more extreme at the sides of the image than the center. Visually, it's looking way better, but it's still missing something, and that's movement. Movement creates interest, and without it, you might as well take a photo. There are a lot of things that can move in your image, whether it's the product, the environment, or the camera. Now, obviously, the product is stationary, but there are still some ways that we can create movement otherwise. One element that I love adding to my videos is overlays, whether it's smoke, dust particles, fire, whatever. For this shot, I added some smoke overlays. These added that much needed movement, but they also help the environment seem more believable. But that's not all. Even though the camera is stationary, there is still a way that we can give the impression it's not, and that's keyframes. So I added some keyframes that pulls the image back to give the feeling that the ad is coming to an end. I also added some rotational keyframes. These help give the shot a little bit more energy, especially with that slight Dutch angle at the beginning. There you have it. I know this video was short, but I hope it inspired you to just experiment and have fun while you're editing. If you want to check out the full BTS to the monster ad, click right there.